understand what we have done in the previous week. Okay. So first of all, it's single line comment, multi-line comment. This is how we use a single line comment, that is hashtag. Multi-line comment is triple quotes, syntax to write a print function, that is print, and in the common brackets, you are writing the text you want, or the number you want, or the variable you want. Then we have moved into a variable. What are the rules to write a variable? Then we have moved to data types, that is integer, float, boolean, and string. Integer is nothing but a whole number. Float is nothing but decimal number. Boolean is nothing but true or false. And string is nothing but alphabets or characters. Next, we have learned what are the operators, that is arithmetic, assignment, comparison, and logical. Arithmetic, we have something called as addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, modulus, floor division, and exponent. So we already know what is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. But what is this modulus? Modulus is used to find the remainder of it. Okay. The modulus is used to find the remainder of a particular problem. Floor division is used to remove the point value. Let's say we are dividing 5 by 2. Okay. We are dividing 5 by 2. 5 divided by 5 is 2.5. But I don't want that 0.5. So that is the reason I'll be using this floor division. So that I'll be getting the answer as 2. Next, it is exponent operator. Exponent operator is nothing but if I want to find the power of something, let's say 2 power 3 or 3 power 3, okay, any power. So basically we'll be using this called an operator called as an exponent operator. Next, we have used something called as a comparison. Equal to, not equal to, less than, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to. I think this everyone knows it. Very simple. Let's move on to the next operator, that is called as a logical operator, that is and, or, and not. Now, why this and is used? If I have multiple conditions, then the and operator is used. Even same is used for the multiple condition, that is or operator. But what is the difference? And operator expects all the conditions to be true. But what about or operator? Or operator expects any of the one condition should be true. Now, what about this not? Not is nothing but if we have the condition as true, it will convert into false. If we have the condition as false, it will convert into true. That is the meaning of logical not. Next, let's move on to assignment operator, that is equal to, plus equal to, minus equal to, and all your assignment operators. So instead of writing x is equal to x plus 5, I can write x plus is equal to 5. That is the meaning of addition assignment. Same applies for the subtraction assignment, and rest on, we can continue with the assignment operator. Next, we have something called as a conditional statement. Now, what is this conditional statement? Is obviously is a if statement. So what is the importance of this if statement? Based on the condition, if I want to display something, for example, I have given check if the number is greater than 0, right? So I have given the value as x is equal to 0. Now, if this x is greater than 0, then I'm printing the number is greater than 0. Very simple, right? Number is greater than 0. But else if x is equal to 0, then I'm printing number is equal to 0. Else, I'm printing number is not greater than 0, that is less than 0. Very simple, right? This we have learned in the last class. Now, let's quickly move on to the today's session. Okay, that is, we have some couple of problems that we have to solve, and mainly we have learned what is a dictionary, right? Dictionary is nothing but key value pair. So this is a key, this is a key and this is a value, correct? So Sam has 101 has the value. So this is nothing but a key value pair, and it is written with the help of floor brackets. Next, let's understand the first exercise for today's class. I'll be sharing you first of all, I'll be sharing you the question. I'll be giving you 30 seconds to 40 seconds to understand the logic. Okay. If you're able to do it, then it is well and good. If you're not able to do it, I'll help you out. That's a simple agenda. So exercise 1, I'll share this particular problem in the chat box first of all. Then I'll explain what to do. Yes. I hope everyone is getting the questions, correct? Now, the question says that if the employee, okay, this is not if, it is. If the employee is working in the company for more than 5 years, he or she will get bonus of 5% for their salary. Okay. Okay. Once again, if the employee is working in the company for more than 5 years, he or she will get the bonus of 5% of their salary, else no bonus. Okay. So which statement I'm supposed to use here? Anyone? If it's an if condition, right? We are supposed to use the if condition for this particular problem. Before that, what are the variables we are supposed to get from the user? There are two variables. One is, you can see, if the employee is working in the company for more than 5 years. In a sense, we want work experience, right? Years of experience, I can say. So let us write here YOE, years of experience. So years of experience can be just whole number, that is integer. Years of experience can be just integer? No, right? It can be of a float value also, because let's say the person is working for 3 years and 2 months. So I'll be writing 3.2, right? This is how I can write. So based on this, I can choose a float as my input value. So I'll be writing float. Okay. Now let us write the input and let us write enter the years of experience. Consider enter the years of experience. Okay, what else do we know? We want one more variable, that is salary, correct? Why the salary is required? Based on the salary, we are multiplying the bonus, correct? Based on the salary, we are multiplying the bonus. So we require a salary. So let us write the salary is equal to, and again, the salary can also be of a floating point. So I'll be using again a float input and enter your salary, or again write enter the salary. Okay, so we got two values, that is years of experience and salary. Okay, let's move to the logic now. Now, what is the logic? The logic is, if he is more, I mean, he or she is working more than 5 years, then we are giving the bonus, right? So the first condition should be very simple. That is, if this YOE, that is greater than 5, only then we are multiplying the bonus, correct? So let us write here, bonus is equal to salary multiplied by, what is 5%? It is 0.05, right? So let us write 0.05 and let us add for the total salary. So salary is equal to salary plus bonus, correct? Now, what if he doesn't have the experience? So what I can do? I can write else no bonus. That's a simple thing. So let us write the print value, print salary after bonus. Salary after bonus. So if I want to specify a variable, obviously I'll be writing outside the print value, that is outside the double quotes. So I'll be using a comma, then I'll be using your variable name, that is salary. Okay. Now let's come to the else part. Else print no bonus. Okay. So let's run this. So enter the years of experience. So let us take the years of experience as 2 for timing. So 2 and 20,000 as the salary. So you can see no bonus, correct? We are not getting any bonus because our years of experience is less than 5. Okay, now let's run this once again. Now let us give the years of experience as 6. And let's give the salary as 50,000. Now you can see the salary, you can see that it is 52,500 based on the bonus. It is 5%. So 5% of 50,000 is 2,500, and that is being added for the actual salary. I hope everyone got this point, what we are doing today. Correct? I'll quickly share the code, what I have written. Please look into this. If you have any doubts, you can ask me right away. If you don't have any doubts, you can just give a thumbs up so that we can move on to the next part. Garima, very good. Okay, perfect. Please give a thumbs up if there is no doubts. Okay, Garima, Sakshi, whatever others, please give a thumbs up so that we can move to the next exercise. Okay, perfect. Let's move on to the next exercise, exercise number 2. Okay, so see the particular question. If the electricity unit is less than 100, then no charge. Okay, if the electricity is less than 100, then it is no charge. Else, if the electricity unit is less than 200, then we are charging rupees 5 per unit. Else, rupees 10 per unit. That is, if we are exceeding 200, then it is rupees 10 per unit. Now, once again, let us understand the question properly. If the electricity unit is less than 100, then no charge. Okay. So if the electricity unit is less than 100, then no charge. Else, if the electricity unit is less than 200, then it is rupees 5 per unit. In a sense, starting from starting from 1 till your the added unit, you'll be getting rupees 5 per unit. Else, rupees 10 per unit. Is that clear? If you're doing by yourself, then you can start away. I'll quickly share this question in the chat box. Yes. If you are not able to do it, let's understand how to do this problem. First of all, what are the variables we require? So, can you tell me what are the variables that is required in this particular problem? Anyone? If the electricity unit is less than 100, so basically we want a unit, correct? We want an electricity unit. Yes, exactly. So we want a unit. What else we require? No, nothing is required. Okay, but only unit is required. Based on the unit, we are calculating everything. So let us write unit. Okay, unit is equal to, and also unit can also be a floating point. It cannot be a, I mean, it never can be a whole number. It can be also a floating point. So that is the reason we'll be using a float as the input. Float input, and let us write enter the number of units used. Okay, enter the number of units used. Now let's understand how to do this problem. If unit, I'll be using is the unit is less than 100. Okay, if the unit is less than 100, then we are printing no charge. Very simple. No charge. Correct? What is the next condition? The next condition is else if the electricity unit is less than 200. So we have one more condition. Let us write that condition as else if. It is not else if, it is LF, right? LF unit is less than 200, then we are charging rupees 5 per unit. Now, what is the meaning of this? See, for the first 100 unit, it is free. Correct? So the first 100 unit, it is free. So if we are standing at the place that is getting 101 as a unit, so we are getting the bill as 5 rupees. Correct? It is not included for the 100 units at the starting. We are getting the bill for the extra unit. So that is the reason we want the difference of it. So let us write charge, or you can write difference unit. Difference unit is equal to unit minus 100, because the first 100 doesn't have any charge. That is the reason. Next, now let us write the charge. Charge is equal to difference unit multiplied by 5. Now, let's take the example as 101. My charge is 101. So if I have this enter the number of units, my charge is 101. So what if you can see, if the unit is less than 100, it is no charge. So obviously my unit is 101. So it will not be in this condition. It will come to the LF condition. If the unit is less than 200, which is my case, then it will go to difference unit. That is, difference unit is equal to 101 minus 100. That is 1. Now what is my charge? Charge is 1 multiplied by 5. So let me print the value as bill to be paid is, then let us specify the variable, that is charge, that is 5 rupees. Correct? Now, what if he is moving on to the next, that is more than 200? Okay, what if he is moving to the next, that is more than 200? This is where we are moving to the else part. Else, yes, else. Now, what you are supposed to do? Else part is we are multiplying, sorry, we are differentiating the 200 first, because first 100 we don't have any charge. Next to 200 it is rupees 5 per charge. So imagine we are sitting at 201 unit. Okay, imagine we are sitting at 201 unit. So for this 201 unit, we are multiplying 10. But from 100 to 199, there is a charge also that we have to multiply by 5. So let us understand how to do this. So let me write difference unit once again is equal to unit minus 200 now. Correct? So what is the charge? Charge is equal to difference underscore unit multiplied by 10. Correct? It is multiplied by 10. Now, what we are supposed to add here? We are supposed to add this particular unit also, that is still 100. Okay, this particular unit also we are supposed to add. That is added like this. Let us print it first. Print bill to be paid. Bill to be paid is, first of all, he has to pay the charges. That is this charge, that is rupees 10. Whatever he is increased in the charge, I mean, increased version of 200, he has to pay that. Plus, he has to pay something else, that is the older charges. That is this one. Correct? So it is units minus 100. So whatever units is it, that is differentiated by minus 100 multiplied by 5. Now, why it is multiplied by 5? Because till units, sorry, it is not units, it's unit, because we have used unit. Okay, unit minus 100 multiplied by 5. So this charge is extra charge for 200, but this charge we have to add because till 100 to 199 we have rupees 5 per unit. Even that should be added. Correct? So that is been added here. So let's understand how this works now. Let's run it. Enter the number of units used. So let us write 50. So if I write 50, I should get no charge. Correct. Let's run once again. Now let us write 101. So for 101, my bill should be 5 rupees. Let's see. Okay, we are getting the bill as 5 rupees. But what about 201? 201 should get rupees 10 for the extra unit, and till 200, it has to give me the bill of 5 rupees. So let's see. I should get bill as 550. Correct? Because 505 is for the older unit and rupees 10 is added for this 505, and we are getting the answer as 550. I hope everyone got this, what we are doing here. Any doubts? Yes, Anirudh, very good, Anirudh. Perfect. So I hope everyone understood how to do this. If you have any doubts, you can ask me right away. I'll be pasting this particular code in the chat box. Okay, please go through it. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, or else please give a thumbs up and let's move on to the next exercise. Okay, Garima, no problem. Ishika, no. Whatever others, please give a thumbs up. I'm not able to check if you're giving a thumbs up. Please give a thumbs up in the chat box, okay? So that I can see. Okay, let's move on to the exercise number 3. This is a very simple yet very understandable code. Okay, how to do this? The logic is very important here. Check whether the given string is vowel or consonant. So first of all, let's understand what is vowel and what is consonant. Vowel is nothing but A, E, I, O, U, correct? And except that, whatever alphabets are there, that is called as a consonant. Now we have to check whether our string is a vowel or a consonant. So tell me, first of all, what is a variable I want? I want a string variable. Very simple. So let us write character as a variable name and I want a string variable, so I don't have to write any data type. By default, it takes as a string data type. So let us write input, enter a character. Correct? Enter a character. Okay. Now let's understand what is the logic here that is being used. Can you tell me what can be used here? Which can be used here? So obviously, first of all, I want all the vowels, right? So vowel is first, let's say vowel is equal to. Now here I cannot use a single variable name. So let us write here A and vowel. Can I write like this? Vowel 1 is A, vowel 2 is equal to B. Like this, can I write? But this is not a good way to write, right? What else do you think? Which data type can be used here or can be used here? Instead of writing vowel 1 is equal to A, vowel 2 is equal to B, vowel 2, 3 is equal to logical or no? But yes, Anirudh, very good. It is a list, right? Instead of using multiple values to a one variable, we can use a list where multiple values can be added for one variable. Now here, let us add A, comma, B, comma, sorry, not A, B, C, is A, E, I, O, and U. Okay. Now we have added A, E, I, O, U. Should we add capital case also? Okay. If I add in capital case also, it is fine. But what I'll be doing is I'll be converting whatever this character is there, whatever the user is inputting the value. First of all, I'll be converting into a lowercase. Can you tell me how to convert a particular string into a lowercase? Let me tell you how. So I'll be writing character underscore lower is equal to char, that is your inputted value, and we are using a function called as dot lower. Okay, this will convert any kind of characters into a lowercase. Imagine if the user he is using a capital case. First of all, it will convert into a smaller case, then it will check. Now, let's understand what is the logic for this. Obviously, we have to use a if condition. If this character underscore lower, now we have to understand a particular function called as the in operator. Now, what is this in operator? I'll be using in vowel. So let us understand what is the meaning of this. If character lower, that is this one, let's say I'm giving the value as A. If A is checking whether it is present in the vowel. Okay. If it is present in this particular list, it is checking that. If it is true, then I'll be printing it is a vowel. Very simple. Or else I'll be printing it is not a vowel. Right? It is a consonant. Very simple. So, what is the understanding of this? If the character lower, let's say A, in the vowel, it is checking whether this particular A is present in this vowel. If it is present, it will give the answer as vowel, or else it is a consonant if it is not present. So if I run this, let's see whether we are getting the answer. I'll be writing A, I'm getting the answer as vowel, correct? So I'll be writing now B, I'm not getting the answer as vowel, instead I'm getting the answer as consonant. Now let's check for capital case. So let us write capital A. So you can see it is converting into a smaller case, then it is being converted. Now, what if I change this? What if I don't have this? Let's see whether the Python is smart enough to change the case. Do you think Python is smart enough to change the case here? No, obviously not, because Python is a case sensitive language. It is smarter, but it is a case sensitive language, right? So if I run this and if I give the capital A, I'm getting the answer as consonant because it is saying that this particular character is not present in the vowel and it is coming to the else part, that is consonant. That is the reason. Okay. So first thing what you have to do is we are converting into a lowercase. You can convert into a lowercase or else you can convert into uppercase. It is left with you. Or else there is one more method. You can apply capital A, capital E, capital all those what is that vowel values, capital vowel values in the list itself, so that you don't have to convert it. There are multiple methods. Okay, you can follow anyone. Yes, completed. I'll be sending this code also. Yes. Is it done? Please give a thumbs up once you completed. Yes, Garima done. Whatever others, please give a thumbs up. Yes. Let's move to the exercise number 4. Now here comes a little tricky one. Okay. It's not actually tricky. It's very simple, but understand what you are supposed to do here. Exercise number 4. Okay. This is called as a BMI calculator. This, I think most of them have used this, right? BMI calculator. This calculator, based on your body and your height, it will give some value. So if this value is less than 18.5, then it is considered as an underweight. If it is 18.5 to 24.9, then it is normal weight. If it is 24.9 to 29.9, it is overweight. Else it is comes under obese. Okay. This BMI calculator is very, very important in the health department. So let us build a BMI calculator. So how to build it? So first of all, you can see to calculate a BMI, we require a weight in kgs and height in meters. So do you think we require two variables here? Right? We require two variables, that is weight in kgs and height in meters. So let's ask the user to enter weight in kgs and height in meters. So let us write here, V weight is equal to, obviously the person can also be point values in the point values. Obviously I'll be using a float data type, float input, enter, yes, enter the weight in kg, correct? Enter the weight in kgs, or you can type kilograms, correct? Now let's ask the user to enter the height. Height is equal to float input, enter the height in meters, correct? Now let's understand what is the formula. See the formula here, BMI is equal to weight in kgs divided by height in meters, that is being squared. This is meaning of this is the meaning of square. Okay, so height is it's not multiplied by 2, it is square. So I'll be writing here. Okay, for square, what operator I'm supposed to use in assignment operator? Anyone in the chat box? Let's see who remembers the operator. What operator I'm supposed to use to, yes, exactly, it is exponent operator. Yes, Karima, very good. So I'll be using your exponent operator to find what is a BMI. So let us say BMI is equal to weight divided by height in meters, and this is mean squared, right? Okay. First of all, let us print the value. Okay, let's print the value. Print your BMI based on given data is, you'll be writing BMI. Okay. Now let's understand how to solve this problem. If this BMI, so let us see the first condition. If the BMI is less than 18.5, right? So let us write here less than 18.5, then we are printing the value as underweight, right? Underweight. Next, else if, what is the else part? If the BMI is between 18.5 and 24.9. So here comes the very important operator called as an AND operator, right? This is where we use an AND operator. So BMI should be greater than or equal to 18.5 and BMI should be less than or equal to 24.9. It is very specific, right? then it is normal weight. Okay. Now, second option is also done. Sorry, second condition is also done. Let's move to the third condition. LF BMI should be between 24.9 and 29.9. Okay. Should be greater than or equal to 24.9. Okay. One thing here also we cannot use less than or equal to. Here also we cannot use greater than or equal to. Any of the one we can consider. So let us write here this as greater than. Okay, this is greater than, and this be less than or equal to. Okay, so BMI is greater than 24.9 and BMI should be less than or equal to 29.9. Let's print the value as overweight. And what is the else part? That is else it is obese. Correct? Okay, very simple. So if you understand the logic, it is very simple to solve all the problems. So let's just understand how this particular problem works. Enter the weight in kilograms. So let's say 78. Okay. And enter the height in meters. So you cannot use 170, 180 because 170 meter doesn't make any sense. It is 1.7, right? So let us write 1.7 as the height. And let's run this. You can see your BMI based on the given data is 26.9. This is an overweight. Okay. So you can see it lies between 24.9, 29.9. That's the reason we are getting overweight. Okay. Let's run once again. Enter the weight in kilograms once again. So let us write very healthy weight. Let's say 65. Enter the height in meters. Let's say 170. I think this is the normal. Okay, this is underweight because we are getting the given data. Okay, my bad. I've given 170. It is 1.7. So this is a mistake I do often. So 1.7. Yes. Normal weight. We can see the BMI based on the given data is 22.49 and it is normal weight, right? So I believe everyone can mix and match your height and weight and check your BMI. So you can check whether you're healthy, you have your healthy weight or not. Can I get some example? Can you tell me what is your height and what is your weight in the chat box so that I can check whether you're healthy enough? Anyone? You want to participate? Just your height and weight in the chat box. No one? Okay, fine, great, no problem. Let's move on to the next exercise. I hope everyone has completed this. Before that, I'll share the code. Yes, please look into the code. And let's move on to the next exercise. This is called as a user authentication. Now, what is this and why it is important? Now, okay, 65 is your weight. And what is your height, Ishika? Don't know the height? Okay, no problem. No problem. Okay, 4.5. 4.5? You are 450 centimeter? Okay, Anirudh, 55 and 1.65. Okay, let's see. 55 and 1.65. Okay, yeah, very good. Anirudh is perfect. Normal rate. Yeah, no problem. No problem. No problem. Let's move to the next problem called as a user authentication. Okay, user authentication. Now, why this is important? User authentication basically it is used in the databases. Okay, imagine you have an Instagram account. Okay, you have an Instagram account. And this Instagram account, while logging in, basically it asks your username, correct? If the username matches with the Instagram database, only then it will ask you to enter the password, or else it will want. I mean, we'll say that it is saying that invalid username, first of all. So based on this particular agenda, we'll be building a particular simple program about user authentication. Let's understand how to do this. So first of all, I'll be using a particular data type for this, and this data type is a dictionary data type. Now, I'll show you how this dictionary data type is very, very important in such scenarios. So I'll be writing database is equal to, and we're writing a flower brackets, obviously. So let us write here, user1 is equal to password1, user2 is equal to password2, user3 is equal to password3. But okay, let me change this. Let me write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here, let me write 1, 2, 3 at ABC. Very simply passwords. Don't ever use this passwords. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. User 3 has 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now, let's understand how to do this problem. See, we have used something called as an in operator here. Correct? I'll show you once. Yes, we have used something called as an in operator here. Exactly, this in operator can be used in the dictionary also. But the only problem is, if I use this in operator, and if I use, okay, I'll give a simple example. Let's say my username is user1. Okay. If this user1 is present in the database, obviously it has to move inside. I mean, it has to ask me to enter the password. And if I use the in operator for the password also, I can write any password, right? I can use 1, 2, 3 ABC. I can use 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I use any password, it will open. But this shouldn't happen. First of all, I'll code this and tell you what is the problem we are facing. So first of all, let us ask the user to enter his username. So let me write a username is equal to input, enter the username. Very simple. Next, let us ask the password. Pass is equal to, okay, we cannot use pass is a keyword. Password is equal to input, enter the password. Very simple. Next, if this username, correct, if this username is present in the database, that is in the database, then we are moving inside. Okay, then we are moving inside. Correct? Here, we are supposed to ask the password. So let's check whether the password is equal to the given password. So password is equal to, okay, before that, 1 second. We cannot use ask the user to enter the password directly. We have to first of all authenticate whether the username is correct or not. Correct? So let me write only the username, and password, let me ask here. Password is equal to input, enter the password. Now let us check the password. Okay. If password in, okay, let me use one more, in the database, then print login successful. Else print invalid password. Correct? Invalid password, because we are dealing with the password here. Now let's come out of this particular loop, and you can see I'm using one more else. Why? This else is associated with this if, and this if is associated with this else. So this is the inner part of the if else statement, and this is the outer part. Okay, this is the outer part. Please do not confuse this. This is the inner part, and this is the outer part of the if statement. These are two different statements. So here I'll be writing print invalid username, because if the person, first of all, let me write. Yes. If the person doesn't give the username properly in the beginning, then I'm writing invalid username. Correct? So let me write this. Sorry, let me run this. And let me give the username as a user, let's say 5. Okay. So it has to give me that it is the invalid username. Let's see. Yes, we are getting the answer as invalid username. Okay. So one checklist is done. Let's move to the next one. Enter the username. Let me give the correct username now. User1. Okay, now it is going inside the if statement because username is correct. That is, username is present in the database. So it is asking enter the password. Okay, let me enter the password as 12345 6 and let me run this. Okay, now we can see we are getting the answer as invalid password. Why? Because it is checking for both the values. If we use in operator, it is checking for both the values. So it is checking if password in the database. In a sense, it is checking whether this password is in the database. That is, you can see we have multiple password 123456, 123 at ABC, 654321. We have not specified for which it has to check. That is the reason we are getting the answer as invalid password. One more thing, I forgot to tell you this in the previous class. If I take a dictionary as A is equal to value 1 is equal to 10, comma, value 2 is equal to 20. Okay, this is a very simple example. If I want to retrieve a value, okay, if I want to retrieve a value, I can use a simple value that is A and the key name that is value 1. Value 1. If I run this, I'll be getting the value as 10. But if I want all the keys, okay, if I want all the keys, then I can use a function called as a dot keys. Okay, a dot keys. So if I run this, you can see we are getting only the key values, that is value 1 and value 2, that is the keys. But what if I want values? I can use a dot values, in the sense dictionary name dot values. So you can see we can get 10 and 20. Correct? This is how you retrieve a value from the dictionary. Now, with the same principle, let us understand how to do this here. If username in the database dot keys or database dot values, can you tell me? If username in database dot keys or database dot values, where is this username? It is in the database dot keys, right? Yes. So that is the reason. Let us check for database dot keys. If it is present in this keys, then it has to move inside, that is to the password. Okay. Now let's just check. If password in the database dot, it is keys now? No, it is values. Correct? It is values now because it is checking for this particular password. It is not checking for keys now. It is checking for password now. Now let us check whether this is working or not. Okay, enter the username. So let us give is a 1 as a username. It is a valid username. So it should go and it should ask the password. Yes, it is asking the password. So let me type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as a password. So let me run this. So you can see we are getting the login as a successful. Now it is correct. Okay. Initially it was wrong because it was checking for the entire dictionary. Now it is correct because we are checking for the values as well as keys. But there is a one problem here. Can you identify what is the problem here? I'll tell you what is the problem. By next class, everyone has to solve this problem. That is by tomorrow's class. Okay. So if I run this, it is asking me the username. So I'll be giving the username that is user1. That is correct. So let me run this. You have the password now. Now, instead of giving user1's password, I'll be giving user3's password. That is 654321. 654321. And if I run this, you can see we are still getting login successful. That is wrong, correct? We are supposed to get invalid password because for user 1, the password was 123456. But I have given user 1 as a username and the password is 654321. That is the username of user 3. So this is wrong. So can you rectify this error and answer me in tomorrow's class? Is that clear? I don't know how we will solve this. I'll appreciate any solution. You can solve this in a multiple ways, but think what is the solution for this and come up with a solution for the next class. Is that clear?